Welcome to episode 32. Welcome back. This week, carrying on from the last episode, we're going to start from the back of the bike. We're working forward, so it's putting new brake shoes on the back of the bike, on the rear wheel. And I'm putting the brakes sort of back on so it all works, the brake actuation stuff, and also I'm going to finish off my battery box. So let's crack on with that. So what I've done, I've glued a lip around all four sides, so that sits on there. Like that. Don't you love it when a plan comes together? Right, let's get this filled in. Might do it in two stages. And these bits here, which are a bit damaged, I'm just going to kind of scrape that on and scrape it off again. Yeah. That's with that bit there, isn't it? Right, we'll let that dry. So a bit of repair. We'll let that dry. We'll come back tomorrow. Okay, so I've done two coats now. How good is that? Focus wise, not really. Two coats now. Over the bits of it, it's got the main chunks. Give it a sand. Looks like that. Now it's time for a bit of this just to finish it off. Okay, first coat of filler. There's still some bits, I think, which require a bit of, yeah, see that? Yeah. And also this bit that was damaged on the side here. That's not filled great either. But let's give this a sand. Okay, I've given this probably 4 or 5 coats of that filler primer. Still not great, if I'm honest. Still some imperfections in the surface, so I've sanded it back. It's actually broadly good, to be honest with you, and maybe that won't be seen, but I'm just going to give it another coat or two and then sand it back again, and that's prep for painting. Good. And here it is, the finished article. That's not bad actually. It's turned out alright. It's not perfect, don't get me wrong. There's a couple of bits and pieces on it, especially around there, see that? And you can also still see where those snorkels were a little bit, but you know what? That'll be fine. Oops. That's good, that. Right, and there's the box on the bike, which I think I'm quite liking, line-wise. Look at that. That's pretty good, isn't it? Need to fashion some clips for this. Apart from that, happy. Time to replace the old brake shoes. I've ordered some new ones. Came in this box here. It's that model there. So, it didn't come with new springs though, which is a bit frustrating. But there's a fair bit more juice on them. See that? It's a few mil. Right, so I'm going to refit these new shoes and I'll reuse the old springs. What I'll also do is, this is our friend the pivot. If you recall, this thing sits in here somewhere. Clearly the other way around. This sits in there and does that. Yep. So I've just put some grease on this. I've not replaced the O-rings, they're looking good, Nick. But I will put some grease on it. Right, let's do that. Okay, a bit of grease. Looks like a worm, but it's not. There you go. Right, let's throw that in. Just put it there. Careful not to foul the brake surface. Okay, let's put that pivot in the hole, making sure this washer is in play. So there you go, lovely. I'll tap to the other side in a bit. There's a circlip on this post here which I actually put back on so I wouldn't lose it. Oops. There you go. Right. Brake shoes and springs. Now, brake shoes and springs are always fun and games, aren't they? Right, what I'll try and do is I will try and get these fellas on like this, and then like that. Okay, now I'll lift that into place. Okay, I popped a little bit of grease on this pivot here. And now if I do that at an angle like that, that will actually just slide on. We use my little device there to, that's the money. Okay, let's pop the circlet back on. And that's my brake shoes back on. I'm using this on the other side just to give me that. That is great. Okay, now let's put the rod in place. Okay, so here's the bar off the original bike, which is a bit tired and rubbish. And here's my beautiful stainless steel bar, all gorgeous. So what I'm going to do is just cut it to size. And it wants a thread cutting that long at that end, and actually only about that long at that end. Okay, it's a straightforward M6 1mm. So I've got a cutter here, cut that thread, Right, let's do that. Okay, so I've got my my 6mm bar in the vise, and you can just see there where I'm gonna be cutting a thread to. That's it. Once it's got a bite, it's remarkably easy. Look at that, beautiful, isn't it? Great stuff. Let's just see if our brass nut fits it. Certainly does. So there's our adjuster. Beautiful. And if for some reason that's not long enough when it's on the bike, I'll just extend it. Okay, so new rod. Ready to be attached to the brake. Great stuff. Okay, so now we're going to reattach the rod. Let me show you where that's going first of all. So on the right, so this thing here has got a it's the on the brake pedal. This is well, I'll screw the end of the rod into that, which I'll do from a distance. Put the rod in back end there first. Let me show what I've done there. So I'll slide the rod into the ocky, and then you can't see it, but what I'll do is I'll just, that's actually too far around, put it there for now. And I can screw that into there, like that. That's it, super good. And I've got my brass end piece, which I will spin onto there. So that when I pull on that, it needs moving in much further. So when I pull on the rod, the brakes go ace. Okay, now I need to just put the pinch pull back in this. It's on a 5mm Allen key, and I'll actually do all the brake adjustment at some point in the future before I take the bike out. But for now, that's great. Okay, I've adjusted this rear brake. I put it on about 22 on the clock, and then pulled it forward So now it actually has quite a good bite, if I can demonstrate this. Good that, isn't it? Works a treat. Okay, hope that was good for you. As always, thanks for watching. It's been a pleasure. Please like, subscribe, comment, questions, all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time. Take care.